Hey guys, welcome to Tires 37. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Marvel Legends Series 80th Anniversary Warmachine Punisher Gamestop exclusive. So really cool, really blessed. I picked this up today, and this has been kind of hard to find. We actually had no idea this was coming out. They just started showing up at GameStops. Apparently GameStops are getting 2 each. I don't know how true that is because, you know, sometimes it floats around case information. It's not always correct, but it does seem to add up as a lot of these, aren't getting them. And they probably will get more in at some point, but for right now, this is pretty hard to find. And yeah, we got a nice clear view on the box. We have the Warmachine Punisher there logo, and then we got the 80 years logo. We got the skull sitting up top. On the side, we have some artwork, which looks pretty cool. On the back, we have a picture of Warmachine, the actual figure, and a bio. So yeah, let's open this up. And here we have Frank Castle in the Warmachine armor, looking very cool. As for accessories, you do get a lot. Starters, you get fisted hands, which are pretty nice. And this is the Civil War 2-pack Warmachine from the MCU, so you do get a reuse of those accessories. I never picked up that Warmachine, as I always thought the 2-pack that came with the disco suit, I always thought that was kind of stupid that they packed them with that. I know they did release it in a couple different areas, so I'm glad that I got this as the Warmachine version. And I think this is the first time they've ever painted a comic book, or painted a movie figure to look like a comic book one, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, for the accessories, you get the little stick that Warmachine had in the Civil War movie. I don't know if he's ever used this in the comics, but you'll notice he's got the blue paint on it instead of the red, and a lot of areas of this suit, like the eyes and everything, and then like the little gun cannons down here, you'll notice instead of being red, where they would be for Warmachine, they're blue, so that's really cool. And you can slide this into his hand. Typically I don't show off accessories first, but the accessories kind of make the Warmachine a little bit, and in case you want to like pack that up, you can actually put it back here. You get a closed-in version of it, which is nice, and it just kind of sticks into the back of his suit. It's pretty cool. You also get these little 2 mini guns that just clip onto the sides of them here, but they do come off pretty easily. And yeah, they don't really stay in there that well, but they can come out, and then I guess you can kind of place them in his hand, and they kind of work better like that. And you get 2 of those, and they can go on the sides, so like I said, they don't really do it that well. And then you get his trademark shoulder cannon, which is pretty cool. And again, like I was saying with the blue detailing there, very nice. And you can just kind of place it in here. It honestly does not stay in that well, but for the most part, it's still really cool. And yeah, it can kind of sit there. It can also rotate. It's got some nice rotation, and it can like look down this far, and it can look up pretty far. So it's super articulate, which is really nice. I just kind of wish it would stay in there a little bit better. Mine's kind of loose. They all might not be like that, but still, it is pretty neat that they included that, and I do like that. You also get a miniature version of it, so it kind of looks like it's packed in, just like with the little weapon here for the baton. So very cool that they allow you to do that, and I do like that with the accessories. In terms of articulation, you got a 360 of the head, you can look up and down, 360 of the arms, you swing out the shoulder, 360 there, double jointed elbows, you have a 360 of the wrist, and they're on hinges, 360 sort of of the torso, kind of those weird joints, the legs come forwards and backwards and outwards, you have a 360 of the thigh, double jointed knees, and the feet move up and down and rotate. So in terms of articulation, he's not super articulate, but to be honest, you don't really need him to be super articulate. Like, this is a bulky armor, so it doesn't need to be. And the details are pretty good. It's got some nice silver on the head. Like I said, with the blue paint, it does look nice. And, yeah, you got a lot of the nice detailing there. You'll notice a little bit of like battle damage paint on the sides of him, like with the silver, and kind of up here you have the zeros, and very cool. Then you got his little skull. I like how it's faded too at the top, like again it's coming off, and you'll notice these little individual skulls down here. In Civil War, I don't know if the comic book version had this, but in Civil War, the Captain America Civil War film, this was Ultron heads, and it was supposed to be like a kill count for the Ultron bots that Warmachine had killed. So I don't know if that's what's supposed to be here, but I'm assuming, like probably just for the ones that he's done in the armor. So that's probably what that is, but pretty cool that they added that little detail. And there's also some too down on his leg, and also around his legs you'll notice like more of that battle scar with the silver coming through, and you can see it on the sides, and there's some too on the back. So yeah, it's got some nice detailing on it, and very cool. And then here's a comparison with the Netflix Punisher. So overall, I think this is a really great action figure. Very cool. It came up, like I said, as a surprise. It's always nice when they do that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.